Hey everyone, it's Melissa. I am just waking up, getting my day started. What am I doing about my situation? What am I doing to get out of a rut here, so to say, with living in hotels? So I've actually enjoyed living in a hotel for about a month and a half, living in different hotels. I have a pile of cards, hotel cards that I always haven't always had time to return or forgot where they are or whatever. But um, it's been a nice break from the usual uh, stuff in life, and the timing was perfect with just getting out of our home because the landlord wanted to sell it, to having some extra care during a time that I found a lump and I needed extra care to make sure I took care of myself in different ways. So, um, also with losing a home has really helped me to focusing on the money. Sometimes you get into a home, and with the way things were for us, we had a home, a 3 bedroom at $1,600 on the lake, which is a really good deal. Nice home. I have videos of the home. And that's not bad. That really wasn't that bad for what we had. And then the landlord wanted to raise the rent, and he raised it at $300, which was ridiculous all at once. So I still, we still paid that. So we're at about $1,900. And then back in August, he wanted to raise the rent again. And he couldn't make up his mind, whether to sell or to continue renting. And I didn't really want to pay much more than that. So that kind of went on for a little while, and he couldn't make up his mind whether he was selling. And then he was actually trying to push us into buying, which I didn't want to buy the place because of some of the mold issues that were in there. So anyways, moving forward, I'm in a hotel, and what am I doing about this? I'm actually resting. That's what I wanted to share today. I'm resting. And it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense to think, Melissa, you have so much to do. You need to get out there and look at places. You need to, get more work, and you need to go, and get going and get things solved. But I actually am feeling that it's more important for me to, and I've done this many times in my life. Some people will say take a step back, but I usually say pull it in. I usually pull things in when there's an issue. I pull it in, and I reprioritize my priorities, which for me is my own personal care and taking care of my family. And I usually think of different ways of implementing things. I also usually get more information before I make decisions. That is like my number one decision maker, is get more information, because sometimes when I'm stuck between two different decisions, I'm usually just like, what do I do? And it's usually get more information. So I am resting, and I'm enjoying just watching, a lot of videos. And mindset is number one. Just getting my mind in a really good place and making sure that I am continuing to invest in myself. And there is a book out called Effortless that Greg McKeown just authored, and I'm looking forward to reading it. But I did think, he's on the right track with this. He had shared that his daughter was really sick, and they could have acted in two ways or reacted in two ways. Either, do all they could in their own strength to take care of things and sort of burn out, or to apply a different method to it where they actually were thankful and enjoyed what they had. That really is the key when you are facing trials, to try to get a different perspective on things. Take some time to step back, take some time to pull in, as I say, and get back to your priorities. For me, it's about centering myself again. Just get back to who I am and what I believe. And many times, if we don't center ourselves, we are just, wasting time and energy trying to do things in our own strength rather than taking the time. Like I will be journaling today and reading and writing and just centering myself so that I can make a good decision from my usual thinking, not a crisis thinking, but my usual thinking, and using the logic, not using emotion, not using just my own strength, but using my mind to think things through some more and think about how I want to do things. And one example was about a week and a half ago, week ago, I think, I went and looked at a home and it was swarmed with people at 1,300 for a 3-bedroom. And I just thought, I'm not fighting for this because it's just not worth my time. The place was a dump. It just wasn't worth the time and energy to have everyone, fighting over a place. So I thought it would be smarter to wait it out. And that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm waiting things out. I'm looking at different reasons that this could be happening. I'm looking at the results of this happening. Sometimes you know who your true friends are. When you go through hard times, you really get to know who they are and who isn't really a good friend to you. And that's part of the trials. Sometimes it's waiting for an opportunity. Yesterday I actually had something happen with my job where one door was closed and another one is open today, and this one will be a much better opportunity for me, and that kind of fell in my lap. So it's hard to make decisions when things are changing constantly. And I know for a lot of people, they're not really looking at the big picture. They're not, they hear, oh my goodness, you're homeless, just go do this, go just do that, and it's all short term. And a lot of people don't have the patience or the depth in the waiting of things, to just wait things through. I remember, like, I'm someone who can take a lot, and I remember way back a while ago, our trailer had no water, and where pipes freeze sometimes, we've had the heat tape actually freeze or not work, and the pipes freeze. We had our pipes freeze once, and all the pipes just, broke, and water all over the place. But this time the water, we had lost water off and on. So this time I thought we had another situation up at the trailer park on their side, and I didn't have water for like a couple days. And then I told somebody that we didn't have water, and one of the managers, and she's like, why didn't you tell us? How could you go 2 days without water? Why didn't you tell us? And to me it was nothing. It was just like, why? Well, I thought, something had happened, and again with the water. But my point is, I was able to just go without water and take our water that I already had stored and boil it for dishes and baths, and it didn't really bother me. So I am somebody who tends to be able to live off the grid pretty well without it really bothering me too much. I have like a long, I don't know what you call it, like a long haul kind of point of view, or steadfast, that is pretty deep. So I tend to take a lot, is how I am. Because homelessness is stigmatized. A lot of people are like, oh my goodness, you're homeless, oh my goodness, that's awful. And it really isn't. I mean, we're living in luxury, we're living very well. I don't have any housework. I am trying to pick up daily over here because it gets messy with people sharing a room, a big room. We have a big one. We have a nice room. The hotel has been so accommodating. Just like, what do you want? Do you want a window? Do you want this room? There might be too much noise here. Do you want to be over here? Do you want to be by the elevator? And I'm just like, you know what? Whatever you got, don't worry about it. But they have really bent over backwards for us and making sure we're comfortable. And, in a sense, we are paying for this. We are paying for this by us giving business to the hotel. So, so that's what I'm doing today. I am just going to soak my mind in good stuff, and then let you know, let it come to me a little bit more and not be, you know, stressed about it or anything, because it's just not worth it. So that's what I got for dealing with homelessness, and I will be doing more videos coming up.